Oops, sorry. I clicked on the wrong screens. But howdy y'all, welcome back. Today we'll be playing Wonderful World. And last time we left off without any new letters to get through. So I went online to search what am I supposed to do, and I read a post that had a similar question, that they were stuck with no more letters to look through. And one of the comments said that you might have to go and get non-S endings, get fail endings, try for fail endings, to try to unlock some new branching lines of stories to get through. So yeah, that's what we will do. I did notice that I did have several S endings where I didn't get all of the possible endings. I thought we didn't have to get all the endings, but that might be what we have to do in order to get some new letters to look through. So that's what we will do today. Let me open up the game. Okay, now let's go to the game room. Why is it? What is it doing? Okay, here we go. Oh, let's turn on the desktop, or just so y'all can hear. And let me turn down the volume on my end because it's a little loud in my ears. Okay. So we will continue with the game that we was playing and just look through to see. Yeah, we can't do nothing about that. So we'll look through to see all the endings where we have not gotten all of them yet. So let's see, Rocky. Okay, this one we haven't gotten an ending to, all the endings to. So let's do this. Oops. Okay, history. So S was, "It's hot today. A strong sour smell filled the air. Just like that, it was sitting in the middle of our room for over an hour. Hot today, strong smell filled the air." Okay, this one that was bad. I moved my hand and knocked it over. Okay. This might be a bad one that we have to do. Okay. Okay, that's not a new ending. Anyway, what else? Hold on. Okay, here's a new one. I lay on the roof, staring at the gray sky. Oh, no, that's not her voice. I lay on the roof, staring at the gray sky. I was counting the clouds. To go, not to go, to go, not to go. I don't know how many I counted before I fell asleep. I didn't wake up until it was already dark. There was a new text message on my phone. The classroom was full today. You should have been there to see how I shut those people up for bad-mouthing you. Oh, and at the end of class, Mr. went to our everybody's sketches. This guy. I probably should have gone to class. What should I do about class the next day after tomorrow? Okay. This one, I have two that I did not get, so let's try this one. Okay. I don't have to set them back to the S. Okay, good. Let's see the history. Okay. Huh. So joystick, stop beginning on the left, then on the right, then the C. Okay. That's the correct option. Let's see, what have we done already? We've switched those and we've put that on top. Let's see if we do... Oh, hold on, I'm bad. Oh, hold on. Okay, we haven't done with the left on top. Okay. Let me try. Nope. Okay, that don't do nothing. An energy wave burst off of the ground and blasted towards Kusanagi. Special move, 108 Shiki Yomi Barai. Oh crap, that was the wrong move. Kusanagi was still in midair, but I mistakenly launched a shockwave that crawled along the ground. The wave went oh my gosh. The wave went right below Kusanagi and completely missed him. Before the attack disappeared, Kusanagi quickly air-teched and dashed toward me. I hastily readjusted my joystick, trying to change it to a Kai Hana to deter his aggression. However, my momentary hesitation already decided the result of the game. The punk kid smiled behind his glasses. My move was too slow to stop my opponent, who had already leapt into the air. Kusanagi jumped on top of me and hit me right in the face. Kusanagi then kicked me into the air. Raging fire erupted in his right hand as he held it high. It then turned into a devouring firebomb while I was staring in shock and blew Yongami into the sky. KO. As Yongami kept flying upward on the screen, my heart was sinking all the way into the ground. I lost. My prize. Gone. Okay. Just need one more. Will it matter if we change this? It does. Okay. Yongami stepped forward, leapt high in the air, and slammed Kusanagi into the ground. Special move, 127 Shiki Aoi Hana 3. Oh crap, that was the wrong move. Once the opponent was knocked into the ground, the combo was terminated, but the ending combo with the special move was not powerful enough to KO him. I quickly readjusted the joystick, ready to follow up the Yomi Barai to hinder his movement from a distance. However, my momentary hesitation had already decided the result of the game. Oh shit! The punk kid smiled behind his glasses. While I was still moving the joystick in preparation of the next move and unable to defend myself, Kusanagi jumped on top of me and hit me right in the face. Kusanagi then kicked me into the air. Raging fire erupted in his right hand as it held it high, then turned into a devouring firebomb while I was staring in shock and blew Yogami into the sky. KO. As Yogami kept flying upward on the screen, my heart was sinking all the way to the ground. I lost. My prize. Gone. King of Fights. Try all combinations of game inputs. Okay, I got a new achievement for that. Still no new messages. Okay. Okay, there's one I haven't tried for him. Okay. My hands were shaking. I turned to my right. I turned to right. I pulled the trigger. Okay. Ugh. There's 2 I haven't gotten for him. Okay. S was my hands were shaking. I turned to my right. Pulled the trigger. My hands were shaking. Pulled the trigger. Pulled the trigger. My hands were shaking. Okay. I'm confused. Hold on. Oh, S was if I don't do nothing. Oh, okay. It's like, how did I get an S? Okay. So what have I done for him? Hands was nothing. Hands was shaking. Turn to right. Pull the trigger. Okay. Let's see if I try. Pull the trigger. Turn to my right. An enormous noise, louder than anything I had ever heard. I was exploded from the gun. My entire arm felt numb after the shock, but I was still holding it in my hand. Then I felt something warm and dripping on my chest. Dr. Lee was smiling, but there was a hole in the middle of his forehead. I pushed him away and sat back up. He fell onto the floor with his face up. He still had a hard-on. Ugh, that's disgusting. Ugh, I hate that so much. All of a sudden, there seemed to be a lot of people hanging in the hallway outside. I could hear footsteps, conversations, even screams. Shut up. I came down the desk and walked toward the mirror with my ears covered. My body still looked pale in the moonlight, but now there was some red stripes on it. It reminded me of the warriors I seen in the movies in Russia. Do people paint themselves with red stripes too? Rank A, bad. Okay. Got all the stuff for him. Hands are shaking, turn to my right, pull the trigger. Hands are shaking, pull the trigger. Okay, let's try turn to my right. What have I not done yet? Turn to my right and pull the trigger. We'll try both of those. Three! I pointed the gun at Lieutenant Kang. Was there really no other way? 2! Lieutenant Kang saw me pointing the gun at him. He didn't look like he blamed me. He seemed to be telling me with his eyes, I trust you. But I couldn't trust myself. 1! His drops of sweat were rolling down my face. No! I couldn't make it! I gave up. The officer's head exploded right in front of my eyes. Then the gun barrel turned to me with a sliver of smoke still creeping out of it. Troy pulled the trigger. The bullet hit me and knocked me over. Came back, yeah. How does it feel watching your men die in front of you, huh? I felt my eyelids getting heavier and heavier. I couldn't see the expression on Lieutenant Kang's face. The voice of Choi mocking me and taunting me. The lieutenant was getting further and further away too. It was bad. Gonna retry, and there should be a new one, right? Yes. Three. I pointed the gun at Lieutenant Kang. Choi's Sun Han was not easy to fool. I had to choose Lieutenant Kang in order to save the officer. As long as I didn't hit any critical spots, the lieutenant would be okay. I could stall for a little bit longer. 2. Lieutenant Kang saw me pointing the gun at him. He didn't look like he blamed me. I could see that he understood that it was my plan to stall. 1. Huge drops of sweat were rolling down my face as I pulled the trigger. The bullet flew out of the barrel towards Lieutenant Kang and hit the man lying behind him. The lackey in pink striped shirt grunted, and everything went quiet again. As I expected, my terrible shooting had just made things worse. Made things worse. How dare you try to trick me? Let me show you the consequences. Choi Yun-han pulled the trigger with his finger. The officer's head exploded right in front of my eyes, and the gun barrel turned towards me with a sliver of smoke still creeping out of it. Choi pulled the trigger again. The bullet hit me and knocked me over to the ground. Came back, yeah. How does it feel watching your men die in front of you, huh? Ha 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 ha. I felt my eyelids getting heavier and heavier. Couldn't see the expression on Lieutenant Kang's face. The voice of Cho mocking and taunting. The lieutenant was getting further and further away too. Done. Okay. Oh gosh. So many. Hold on. Okay. So pills. Okay. Pills, and so far, yeah, so close. So many endings that we haven't got yet. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's just do this first. History. Oof, a lot of stuff. Okay, hold on. AAO. AAB. Okay. Will it be different if we do this? Nope. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. If it's A, let's see. Let's try. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, what do we do? I need to take a picture of this. Hold on. Let me take a picture. Okay. So the nurse looked at me. In this case, we can only take 400cc for you, plus the last 400cc of the type O blood in the storage, and it might be enough. We'll do our best. After she drew my blood, Lieutenant Kang and I both sat at the long bench in the hallway. The air was filled with anxiety, but all we could do was wait. An hour later, the sign went off. The doctor walked out, saw us and rubbed his eyes. The operation was a success, but the patient has lost a lot of blood, and we're not sure when she will wake up. In the worst case scenario, I clenched my fist. Lieutenant Kang's breathing was getting louder and heavier too. She might fall into a vegetative state. Let's see. Okay, two more things to try. Let me take a picture of this too. Okay. A type O to B. Let's see B. Oops. Type A, B, O, B. What am I supposed to do? There should be another C ending that we should be able to get. And then this might be an X. How would we get another C ending? Let's see, the C ending, this one was how would we get another C ending with this? Do we try, hold on, A, AABO, let's try AABO. Because we only have ones where we've drawn blood, but not Kang. The nurse looked at Lieutenant Kang. The nurse looked at Lieutenant Kang. In this case, we can only draw 400cc from you, plus the last 400cc type of O blood from storage, and it might be enough. We'll do our best. Why did she still draw my blood, though? Okay, okay. And then we'll do O, A, B, A. Let's try that. O, A, B, A. Okay. The nurse looked at Lieutenant Kang. In this case, we could only take 400cc from you, But 400cc isn't enough. I'll draw the blood from you first, and then I'll go call another hospital later. Hope it won't be too late. I sat beside them. I watched as the nurse drew the blood from Lieutenant, but there was nothing else I could do. When she was done, the nurse picked up a tray and was about to leave. Oh, okay. Wait! Take some more! Lieutenant Kang suddenly grabbed her hand. But if I do, you will... Oh, CG. She tried to wiggle her hand out, but the lieutenant was not letting go. Just do it! It's my blood, and I get to decide what I want to do with it. I completely understood the lieutenant. If it had been me, I would do the same thing. Not just 400cc. If I had 4,000cc, I'd be willing to donate all of it. The nurse put down her tray and drew another 200cc. The lieutenant still wanted to keep going, but she wouldn't do it no matter what. In the end, she ran away like she was trying to escape from us. An hour later, the sign went off. The doctor walked out, saw us, and rubbed his eyes. The operation was a success, but the patient has lost too much blood and we're not sure when she'll wake up. The worst case scenario. It's the same thing. Okay. Okay, we've got all of them. Okay, but we might as well do this one. Ugh. It's a lot of stuff. Hold on. Might get confused. Gosh. We only had to manipulate 2? Gosh. We only had, oh my goodness gracious. We only had 2? Well, we have 4. Never mind. We have 4. What am I saying 2? Okay. Let's see. Let's try all of the dried salted fish and see how that goes. Dried salted fish, flung tail. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Dry salted fish. Oops. Go back. Hold on. Dry salted fish. Spat face, nuttin, flung tail. Spat face, nuttin, flung tail. Okay. Those are all the ones that we've done already. Dry salted fish. We haven't done raised gun, so... Oh, we can't do both of them at the same time. I forgot. Okay, we'll try both of these. I don't remember what accent I gave this person, but... A gun? Oh, this is him talking, never mind. A gun? Although I had no idea where Black even got a gun from, I don't believe that he had the guts to pull the trigger. I kept staring at Blackie, trying to scare him off. But he was staring right back at me. The sun had come out. All of the spectating cats had fallen asleep a long time ago, but Blackie was still staring at me. His eyes were wide open, and he had tied black bags around them. How could I tell they had black bags around his eyes? I just could shut up. Finally, I gave up. I couldn't hold it any longer. I had to pee. This is a big country. I'm sure I could always find another big empty pipe. An emptier, bigger, and better pipe, no less. Meow. My spit flew into his eyes and temporarily blinded him. I thought I could have the upper hand, but Lieutenant Kang swiftly held up his left hand, based on nothing but his hearing. I had flung my tail towards him, hoping that I could land a surprise attack, but it was stopped by his bare hand. which was holding the spearhead firmly in front of him. No one had been able to stop my tail with their bare hands before. At this point, I had no choice but to drop my weapon, but Lieutenant Kang had finally seen his chance. He sprinted towards me, still holding my tail with his left hand and my dried salted fish with his right. He raised the fish high up in the air and slapped it down on my face as if it was a hammer. After a loud, increased slap, I fell into the ground with a fish-slapped mark on my face, and my consciousness began to drift away. I lost. Okay. Now we'll try. Let's see. What happens if we switch the order? Will it matter? Okay. No matter. Okay, so we'll try now the raised gun. Let's see. The gun ones, we've done flung tail. That's it. Okay. Raised gun. I slammed my tail on the pipe. Bang! It was my battle cry! To his credit, Blackie was indeed an experienced alpha. He only hesitated for an instant and swung the dried salted fish and hit my face with it. The enormous piece of dried salted fish represented unquestionable authority. Whoever had the dried salted fish was a leader of the cats. Furthermore, whoever was attacked by the dried salted fish, which right now meant me, was considered the public enemy of the entire cat clan. A dozen cats sprung at me, biting my ears, clawing my paws, stepping on my back. Humans had a saying, two fists were no match for 4 hands, and I was facing 40 claws. He's so cute. Ow, ow, ouchie! My spit flew into his eyes and temporarily blinded him. I thought I had the upper hand, but Lieutenant Kang swiftly held up his right hand in my direction based on nothing but his hearing. He fired multiple shots in less than a second. No matter how good I was, I couldn't dodge the barrage of bullets. I lost. Goodness gracious. How does this go? This enormous piece of dried fish represented unquestionable authority. Whoever had the dried salted fish was the leader of the cats. So what? I kept staring at Blackie, trying to scare him off. He was staring right back at me. The sun had come out. Hold on, let me put my seat up just a little bit. The sun had come out. All the spectating cats had fallen asleep a long time ago, but Blackie was still staring at me. His eyes were wide open, and he had tied black bags around them. How could I tell he had black bags around his eyes? I just could. Shut up. Finally, I gave up. I couldn't hold it any longer. I needed to pee. This is a big country. I was sure that I could always find another empty big pipe. An emptier, bigger, and better pipe, no less. Meow. My spit flew into his eyes and temporarily blinded him. I thought I had the upper hand, but Lieutenant Kang swiftly held up his left hand based on his hearing. Just based on his hearing, I flung my tail towards him, hoping I could land a surprise attack. But it was stopped by his bare hand was holding the spear head firmly in front of him. No one had been able to stop my tail with the bare hands before. Hold on. No one had been able to stop the tail with my bare hands before. At this point, I had no choice but to drop my weapon. But Lieutenant Kang had finally seen his chance. He sprinted at me, still holding my tail in his left hand and the gun in his right. Then I heard a gunshot, before sinking into an infinite darkness filled with nothing but regret. That was bad. Now, let's see. Can we put this underneath? Can we do that? Can we do this? Can we do this? Oh, did I do the gun by itself? Hold on. I don't think I did. No. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Back, just do the gun by itself. Before I could even make a move, Lieutenant Kang seemed to have read my mind and moved 2 steps before I speak. Before I speak. I moved 2 steps back. In a split second, I had been placed at a disadvantage, with the distance between us, and my body still in its current position. His firearm absolutely gave him the upper hand. Just as I thought, Lieutenant Kang raised the gun in his right hand. He pulled the trigger, and the bullet flew out of the barrel with a puff of smoke. But I was not easy to kill. At this distance, I still had a chance to dodge the bullet. 0.03 of a second. I only had 0.03 of a second. I flung my tail towards the bullet's direct trajectory, while also still using the force to fall back. I should have a chance to dodge the bullet this way. If I were lucky, I would be able to hit the bullet and change trajectory. In the end, I did manage to dodge the shot, but the rim of my tail was ripped in half by the bullet. I caught the smile on the Lieutenant Kang's face. Then I realized he had done it on purpose. He had been able to see through my plan, predict the trajectory of the tail, and then heat the ribbon accurately. How frightening! I had no chance at all. Now that I lost my weapon, after the second gunshot, I sunk into an infinite darkness filled with nothing but regret. There was nothing I could have done. I was no match for him. D. I think that's all. Right? Yes. Got all that. Okay. Let's see. Got all those. Not all the farewells. Okay. Put the fire out, opened the window, lifted my foot and tried to take a step, but I tripped. My easel. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed a button. Okay, I let the smoke out. Yeah, that took some time, then open the flashlight. Okay. Okay. Let's try just turn the flashlight immediately. The night breeze was coming in through the window. I tried to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. Perhaps I spent too much time picking up those things earlier. Had I been poisoned? I held the flashlight in my hand and walked towards the doorway. I found a girl lying on the floor unconscious. Had she been poisoned too? I suddenly remembered a news story about people who had killed their neighbors by accident while attempting suicide by burning coals. I wanted to go back and call an ambulance, but I could not breathe anymore. If I could at least open a door. I tried to reach for a handle, but it seemed to be getting farther away. Okay. I held up my flashlight. I made sure everything had been picked up and then walked towards the doorway. Someone had just shut the door. I hurried up. However, there was nothing there except a broken, worthless ceramic pot on the floor. I opened the door and looked outside the hallway. There was no one there either. I went back in, saw the remaining coals, and the smoke that was still lingering in the room. I could still continue the plan. I lit the coals again and closed the window. I climbed back into my bed. I felt my consciousness leaving me as I started to enter another world. Well, that's it. Okay. Okay, wow. Longest class. So far, you're so close. Wow, that's a lot of stuff I have not completed for you. Okay. Let's just go down the list and we'll do my new partner. It's a lot of stuff. Hold on. Okay. I rushed forward, swang, took a step to the right. Sun twist my ankle, swang. Step to the right, sun twist my ankle. Step to the right, rush forward, swing, rush forward, swing. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Twist my ankle, twist my ankle. Why was this an A and this was a... I'm confused by that. Okay. Took a step to the right, rush forward, swing. Okay. Let's start. Took a step forward. Take a step to the right, rush forward, swing. Okay. The ball hit the the ball hit the net and dropped on our side. Shoot, I wish I hit it harder. 7-9. We lost. I lost. Ugh, my precious 30 boxes of chocolate milk. She hit the ball, but it didn't go over the net. The match was over. We lost. She had done her best. It was all my fault for sucking too much. Okay. Let's see. What hadn't I done yet? Rush forward. Swing. Took a step to the right. Will I do anything different? Let's see. No? Okay. Let's see. What else haven't I done for you? Twist ankle, twist ankle. Let's do a twist ankle swing and twist ankle step to the right. Okay, we'll do that. Step to the right. Twist ankle. Oh, that was not good? Oh. Did I do this? Oh my god, wait. Have I done those already? Okay. Let's see you. What if we do nothing? Okay, that was bad. Have we done this by itself? Have we done this by itself? Let me think. Let me think. Okay. Rush forward swing, took step to the right. Took step right to untwist the ankle. Rush forward swing. Rush forward swing. Step to the right. Okay, I think I might have to take pictures so I can remember these. Okay. Have we done all of them? I don't think we've done one where we've done all of them at one side. Okay, let's see. Rush forward. Okay, here we go. This makes sense. I took a swing at the ball, but I tripped. Although I took another step, the ankle was hurting too much from steadying. Although I took another step, the ankle was hurting too much to steady myself. I lost my balance because of the twisted ankle and fell on the ground. But luckily I'd hit the ball before I tripped. The tennis ball flew over the net, kicked the baseline, compressed, and bounced up. Then it was stuck in a wired fence around the court. Yay! Match point saved! I tried my best to focus, but my twisted ankle was hurting too badly. 2 points later, I couldn't hold it anymore. I missed the last shot. 9-11. We lost. I lost. I sat on the ground, mourning the loss of my chocolate milk. She hit the ball and won the point. Good job! But a few rallies later, she suddenly fell to the ground with her hands clutching her ankle. She seemed to have twisted it. The match was over. We lost. She went over to the bench and sat down. People were gathering and comforting her, but I only dared to look at her from a distance. Okay. One more. One more. We need one that's probably pretty good. One that's pretty bad for him, though. Is this an X? Does she have an A? I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Let me see his again. Twist ankle, twist ankle. That was nothing. Rush forward, swing. Took a step to the right. Is this another take a step to the right? Let's see. Take a step to the right. Hold on. Have we tried this? Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sun twist, sun twist. Ugh, this is so hard. Okay, let me see. We've done one where we have these two. Okay, let's see. Green, pink. Took a step to the right. Green, green, pink. Green, green, pink. Pink. Green. Okay, that's not helping me. Did we do one where we just switched these? Let me see. We did do one where we just switched these. See the swing, rush forward. Is this different? No. This is so hard. I kind of want to look up the answer. I want to look up the answer. This is too much. Okay. Let's see if we took a step to the right. How does this? No. I didn't mean to do that. Took a step to the right, sudden twist in my ankle. Wow, I have no idea. I'm gonna look this up, to be honest. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up. Look this one up. Let's go back. My new partner. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm sorry. Is there a walkthrough? Let me see. I don't even know if there's a walkthrough for this. For this game. Walkthrough. I don't know. Let's see, my new partner. Twist ankle swing, step to the right. Really? My goodness gracious. Okay. That's how I get her A ending. Twist ankle, swing, step to the right. Okay, I don't even know how I would figure that one out, but anyway. I took a swing at the ball, but I tripped. Although I took another step, my ankle was hurting too much to steady myself. I fell on the ground, lost my balance because of my twisted ankle, and mishit the ball too. The ball grazed Jimmy's right ear and hit Wang Chang's nose right straight on. Ouch, that must have hurt. The game ended with the opponent's forfeit. Rocky said since the match had not been properly conducted, the bet should be called off. That sneaky bastard. From behind me, I heard her hitting the ball. Good job! I felt the ball graze past my right ear and it flew straight past. And it flew straight at the guy across the net. It hit him right on the nose. That was close. If I'd stepped a little too much to my right. They forfeited the match. I let out a relaxed sigh. Finally, I don't have to embarrass myself anymore. There was still a little time before the end of class. By the time I made up my mind to go and talk to her, she had already left. Aw. Oh well. Okay, we finally finished that. Strange teacher. Hold on. Okay. It's probably a bad ending right here. Let's see. Let's see. Stood up from my seat too. Then the bell rang. Rocket stood up from his seat. Then the bell rang. Rocket stood up from his seat. Stood up from my seat too. Oh, this is a part of it. When someone walked over. Oof, a lot of combinations. Let me take some pictures. Okay. Picture. Okay. Have I tried all the combinations with this? Let's see. Stood up from seat. Bell rang. Rocky. Okay. Excuse me. Let's try Rocky stood up from seat. Nope. Let's try this. Nope. Was that an A? Okay, I'm gonna look this one up too. I'm only committed to getting the S ones without any help, but this one I might just get the bad endings I don't know with help if I can't figure it out. Okay, what's the name of this one? Strange Teacher. Okay. Told my sketch, stood up, rocket stood up, bell rang. Told my sketch, I stood up, rocket stood up, bell rang. Okay. Ching was sobbing and I was completely in shock too. Not only did Mr. Wen tear up her sketch, he even said to her, "Are you serious? Did you seriously just draw something like that? I would not tolerate this kind of thing in my class." Seeing Jing crying like that, I couldn't control my anger. "Mr. Wen, you are way out of line. You need to apologize to Jing." Mr. Wen gave me a glance and picked up my sketch. Rocky stood from his seat. What did I give him? I think I gave you like a Boston accent, right? That's what I was gonna do for him now. "Hey, didn't you hear her? You need to apologize." Mr. Wen didn't pay him any attention, so Rocky jumped in front of him and punched Mr. Wen right in his face. Mr. Wen, however, didn't react, despite just being hit by a student. He simply gave Rocky a glance, put down my sketch, and walked out of the room without saying a word. Rocky, he was always so self-righteous. The only thing more important in his life might be his ball games. I bet if the bell had rung and the class had been over, he wouldn't have been bothered if he would have just gone off to play basketball. Since then, Mr. Wen never came back to class. Maybe somebody filed a complaint about him, or maybe... I always had a feeling that he didn't look like he wanted to be a teacher. The next art teacher always dressed impeccably well. He was also incredibly dull. Okay. Got that. Longest class, pretty girl. Oof, a lot of endings. Okay, let's not look at that. What have we got? The dress ripped in the back. I loosened the hair and let it down. Dress in the back, sat down with my back towards the door. Put the dress on. I don't want to look at this one yet. Dress ripped in the back. Let's try this. Jane was way too careless when she bought this dress. The stitches were already coming apart. No wonder it was on sale. But I was only going to wear this once and that would be it. Mr. Wen showed no reaction to my new outfit, and so we began our sketching practice. Drawing a portrait was so hard. I kept drawing and erasing over and over again. I didn't notice that Mr. Wen had already left his seat until he walked past me. "Let's just call it a day. You still have the exam tomorrow. Go back and study." Mr. Wen put away his easel, grabbed his coat, and left the classroom. Wear a dress. I couldn't. This was too embarrassing. Wearing nothing but my boxer shorts, I sat down. I tried my best to keep calm. I heard footsteps getting closer and closer to the door. I swallowed nervously. I saw the guard's shocked expression through the small window on the door. I heard him scream. Then I heard the alarms. He had not been able to leave the building yet. It was soon brought back, and I was thrown out onto the street with nothing but my boxer shorts. I shouldn't have let Yi be caught just because I was too embarrassed to wear a dress. Lord, please help me let her escape. Okay. Let's see. We'll try. I think we've tried any ripped ones, really. No, we haven't really tried the ripped ones. Okay, so we'll try. Loosen hair, let it down, sat with back towards the door. We'll try those individually. My back felt cold. I looked at the dress that was wrapped around myself. It was completely ripped in the back. There was no other way. The dress ripped apart the moment I tried to put my legs in. Still, it was better than being completely naked. I had no choice but to sit with my bare back towards the door. Obviously, I couldn't let them see my face. They would know immediately. I heard footsteps getting closer and closer to the door. I swallowed nervously. The door knob turned. Someone came into the room. I lowered my head, hoping to keep covered as long as I could, even only for just one more second. Out of hand, tried to caress my back. I tried to stifle a laugh, but it was too itchy. Ha! A hand stopped. Crap. I stood up and tried to run away, but every guard here was professionally trained. It tackled me from behind and hit me hard on the right ankle. I tried to break the bone, but I knew I wouldn't be able to stand up for a while. Yeah, but not been able to leave the building yet, and she was soon brought back. We were locked in the same room, tied together with rope. Luckily, Zhao stood in front of us and took out a cigar from his pocket. So much trouble. Boss, there wouldn't be trouble at all. The guy at the front desk was standing next to Zhao. He was holding a lighter and lit a cigar for his boss. If the Black Dragon Gang comes and asks about them, we'll just tell them they've never been here. Isn't that perfect? What else can this? Just ripped in the back. Should I put the dress down and loosen my hair? Let's see. Put the dress on, loosen my hair. Put the dress on. Have we done all three? Let me see. Okay. Jing was way too careless when she bought this dress. The stitches were already coming apart. No matter it was on sale. No wonder it was on sale. But maybe I could still let my hair down and cover them up so it wouldn't be too obvious. Mr. Wen showed no reaction to my new outfit, and so we began our sketching practice. Drawing a portrait was so hard. My hair was so wet after tennis and was sticking to my back. It was really itchy and distracting. By the time the bell rang, I had barely drawn a rough draft. Mr. Wen put away his sketch, yet he didn't ask to see mine either. He was about to leave the classroom before stopping at the door. He looked at me and opened his mouth. He looked like he was going to say something, but he didn't. Eventually, he left with a look of disappointment on his face. wear a dress. I couldn't. It was too embarrassing. I decided to I decided to just I decided to let my I decided to just face my fate head on like a real man. I sat down in nothing but my boxer shorts and faced the door straight on. I heard footsteps getting closer and closer to the door. Our eyes met. Through the small window of the door, he raised his thumb. The alarms went off in the auction house. All the gates were closed immediately. He had not been able to leave the building yet. She was soon brought back. I shouldn't have let ye be caught just because I was too embarrassed to wear a dress. What kind of man was I? Lord, please let me help her escape. Which one have we not tried yet? We've tried all of his. Okay. Jean was way too careless when she bought this dress. The stitches were already coming apart. No wonder it was on sale. But as long as I sat with my back towards the door, Mr. Webb wouldn't be able to see them. Halfway through the class, Miss Yang barged in and dragged me out of the classroom. Many boys had been gathering in the hallway near the back of the door of the classroom. Some of them whistled when they saw me. I immediately realized what had gone wrong. How embarrassing. Uh-oh. Oopsie daisy. Okay. So far, yeah, so close. Pills. Okay. Well, let's try this. Oof, goodness gracious. So, the rope was loose, grabbed the pipe firmly. Slipper had been tossed to the ground. Let's just try the rope was loose and see how that goes. I was so close to reaching the pipe on the other side. Before I had a chance to complete my next step, the rope snapped. 20 minutes later, the paramedics woke me up in the bushes, just outside the first floor. Apparently, I had fainted after the fall. I suffered only some mild injuries, but Mr. Wen... I watched helplessly as they carried him onto the ambulance. It looked like he was only taking a nap. I suddenly had a feeling of deja vu of the day I lost my father. No! No! I tried to reach for the gate, but the rope left my hand. But the rope on my hand was too tight. Whenever I got in a chance to be alone, I would try to wiggle my wrist to loosen up the rope a little. They must have noticed that I'd gone loose after my seizure yesterday. They tried to tie it up again. Damn it! I didn't expect the opportunity to present itself so soon. I was not prepared. I was such a failure. I couldn't afford to let this chance go. So I grabbed my pipe, now IV pole, and tried to reach for the bottles inside the kit using the hooks on top of it. The IV bottle fell off the hooks and smashed into pieces. The doctor rushed inside and took the pole away from me. He didn't send in the guards though. He just moved the pole farther away so I couldn't reach it and put up another bottle of medicine. Then he left. Okay. We'll try to grab the pipe firmly. Let's see how that goes. No. Ooh. Did we do anything with, let's see. We didn't do anything with sleeping pills. Hold on. Oh, this can't go on that side. I forgot. Let's go look at the, what's the jiggle? Oh, you have to have a nut in one. Oops. Okay. I was so close to reaching the pipe on the other side. I was hanging between the third and fourth floors. The rope tied around my waist. Thankfully, it was strong enough to hold me. I could still make it. I held on top of the rope for dear life. I carefully untied the knot and landed on the balcony railings of the apartment below. But then my feet happened to slip out of my slippers. 20 minutes later, the paramedics woke me up in the bushes just outside the first floor. Apparently, I fainted after the fall. Okay, now we'll hum. It means there's another S one that I haven't gotten, which is very interesting. Okay. Let's try this again. So which one have we not done yet? Okay. Rope was loose, rope slipper, slipper by itself, pipe slipper, rope slipper, pipe slipper, slipper by itself, rope, pipe, okay, pipe rope, pipe slipper, not pipe by itself though, okay. Okay, rope by itself. I wiggled my left hand out of the loosened rope and reached for the kit. I grabbed the bottle closer to my left hand. It was almost the size of half my palm. I need to hide it somewhere. The doctor came from his phone call. I was still lying on the bed all spread out with my eyes closed. But when he checked my forehead, I winced. Seeing my strange reaction, he carefully checked his medicine kit again and noticed the missing bottle. There was no other furniture in the room except the bed I was lying in. Soon, he found the bottle under my pillow. Once he had the bottle back, he didn't seem interested. He didn't seem interested in giving me a hard time for it. It was as if nothing happened. My life in hell continued. Okay. Rope loose. Pipe loose isn't the only thing. Let's see. Not pipe loose. Pipe firmly. That ain't one. Okay. Let's check the what's the jiggles? Alicia. Pills. Okay. Poison sleeping pills. Oh, you can change the order of the poison and sleeping pills? Okay, that's so dumb. I was like, does it really matter? Okay, it does matter. Okay. And then, what was it again? Loose slip-on. Why does it matter the order in which you say that the sleeping pills and poison? I wiggle my left hand out of the loosened rope and reach for the gate. I grab the bottle closer to my left hand. The poison. Oh, she won the poison. Okay, you get there's one where she gets poison or one where she gets sleeping pills. Okay, I understand now. It was almost the size it was almost the size of half my palm. I need to hide it somewhere. I saw the sleeper that I had dropped yesterday when I was having a seizure. It was close enough for me to reach it. The doctor came back from his phone call. I was still lying on the bed all spread out with my eyes closed, mumbling quietly to myself, just as he had left me. He felt my forehead with his hand, filled with the IV of it, and closed the gate and left. I opened my eyes when I heard the door close. The bottle of poison was still safely hidden inside the sleeper. I know that as long as I do my best, my dream will come true. Okay. Oh, and then there will be branching point where she has poison instead of sleeping pills inside of the wine, I believe. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, history. Okay. So rope loose, grab pipe. I wiggle my left hand out of the loosened rope and reach for the gate. I grab the bottle closer to my left hand. The poison. I twisted the cap off of my left hand, poured the entire bottle into my mouth. It was so painful. I then lifted the pipe and smashed it down on my own head. I could finally end this life in hell. Carlos, I'm sorry. Your Alicia can't take care of you anymore. Goodbye forever. Carlos. Oh, yay! You finally got a new letter. 2 new letters. Oh, this is black. Okay, period. Okay. Before we do that, though, I'm gonna go finish off the rest of the endings, though. I might as well just do them all right now. Taste of early summer. Life is like a box of chocolate milk. Okay, we'll finish off Li Wen. Li Wen. Let's see. Okay. Let's take some pictures so we can see. What we've done or what we haven't done yet. I can't take one picture that has all of them in the same thing. Okay. Another hour pass. Okay. Another hour pass. Let's see. I wandered. Another hour pass. Start to drizzle. Let's do another hour pass. I'm about to head back. "6 o'clock. The rain had turned from a drizzle to a downpour. I was still standing at the entrance waiting. The exhibition was over. My phone's battery had run out. People were coming out of the exhibition center and raising their umbrellas. There were more and more umbrellas around me. Everyone's face was hidden behind one. I was slowly swallowed within an ocean of umbrellas, and I couldn't even see the road outside anymore. I crouched down. The rain kept falling. I couldn't tell if it was because of the rain, but I cried. Oh, poor girl. Poor baby. Um, let's see. One near the entrance. I was like, does that even make any sense? I was like, that don't even make no sense. Okay. See, I don't think I've started with It's Raining. Let me look it up. I probably don't need to look it up, but I'll look it up anyway. When Taste of Summer. Start to drizzle. Hour passed. West entrance, north entrance. Start to drizzle. Hour passed. West entrance. Where's the west entrance? Oh, west entrance, north entrance. This is such a weird arrangement. How does that work? She said, I'm about to head back, but then she stays for 2 more hours at the bookshop and then asks him, are you coming to the thing today? I'm so confused. Okay, but it was just past 5 o'clock. A garbage truck had a sudden flat tire on the road outside the north entrance. There was garbage everywhere. The staff at the exhibition center all put on their raincoats and ran downstairs to pick up the trash. I decided to go and help out since I wasn't doing anything anyway. Soon, I happened to run into someone I knew in the crowd. It was Jimmy, who had just recently transferred to my school. What a coincidence. We started chatting while picking up the garbage. Jimmy said he was a huge gamer and told me the plot from one of his favorite games. In the game, the player could play as God and help solve the human troubles. Excuse me? That sounds like this game. Breaking the fourth wall? I'm scared. The funny thing was, those human troubles were all incredibly dumb. I could barely understand him, but judging from the excited look on his face, it must be a pretty interesting game. It was already at 7 o'clock when we were finally done, and the exhibition had been over for a while by then. Jimmy asked if I wanted to go and grab something to eat. I looked down at my phone and realized that the battery had run out. I felt a little choked up in my throat. Oh. Okay, one more. For Li Wen, by the way. History. Wallet fell out. Walked into a small alley that led to my building. Milk box was open, glugging down my throat. Spell of dizziness. Okay, let's just try some random stuff. Okay. Let's try milk. Dizziness. Walk. Wallet. Huh? Hold on. One of those went away. Wait. One of those did it. One of those disappeared. Hold on. Let me look back at my VOD. I'm so confused. Which one disappeared? Oh, walked into the small alley, disappeared. I was like, yeah, like that don't make no sense. If you pass out, you can't walk into an alleyway. Interesting. So stuff can disappear. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor said I had fallen down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven and broke my right arm, and I need to rest for a few days at home. Why do bad things keep happening to me? The smell of detergent in the hospital made me feel sick, and I want to stay for one more second. Fortunately, I just had enough money in my wallet to pay the bill. Then I left in a hurry. Yeah, I was like, huh? Excuse me? Huh? A piece went missing. Sometimes this will happen. In this letter, because Lee Wen fainted in front of the store, she is not able to walk into a small alley anymore. Therefore, this piece disappeared. Usually, a piece will disappear when the subject of the actions described in the piece is no longer active. This is not only confined to the send of the letter, it could also happen because someone mentioned in the letter. Again, it depends. The important thing is to think about why they might disappear. I see. I fell down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven. Unfortunately, the cashier wasn't paying attention as there hadn't been too many customers. In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet and throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can. When I opened my eyes, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor said I'd fallen down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven and broken my right arm, and I need to rest for a few days at home. The smell of the detergent in the hospital made me feel sick. I don't want to stay for one more second. But somebody had taken my wallet and I couldn't pay the bill to leave. Why do bad things keep happening to me? After school, Jing showed up at the hospital. She gave me a huge hug and I broken down crying. Okay, probably something to do with the alleyway. So alleyway. In a haze, I saw a dark, thick hand pick up my wallet. He carried me on his shoulders and kept walking deep in the alley. Oh no, I'm being taken away by a bad man. I'm screwed. I tried my best to focus all of my remaining strength and squeezed the milk box in my hand. The milk drops left a trail on the ground. Soon, the box emptied out and there was nothing left. My eyes began to slowly close shut, and I felt like I couldn't open them anymore. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself locked in a strange room without a window. My school uniform, shirt, and underwear scattered on the ground. Everything was dirty and ruined, including me. Pain was coming from all over my body, reminding me that this wasn't the first time I had woken up. The door screeched and opened. A man wearing beach shorts and a tank top walked in. I recognized him. I finally realized that, for some people in this world, there was nothing beneath them. Robbery, kidnapping, even. I tried my best to walk away from him, but my legs were tied to the table, and I couldn't move 1 inch. I could only shut my eyes, hoping that I could wish myself into passing out again. Somebody, please help me. Okay, we'll try Milk Glug. Wallet Fallout. Let me see. Milk Glug. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna look. Oh, it's a C. Wallet fell. Small Allen blackout milk box. Okay. Wallet. It's a C, not an X. In a haze, I saw a thick black hand. Why do I keep saying thick black hand? A dark and thick hand pick up and throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can. He carried me on his shoulder and kept walking deeper into the alley. My eyes began to slowly close shut, and I felt as if I couldn't open them anymore. Oh no. Oh no, I'm being taken away by a bad man. I'm screwed. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself locked in a strange room without a window. My school uniform, shirt, and underwear were all scattered on the floor. Everything was dirty and ruined, including me. Somebody, please help me. Perhaps God had heard my prayers. It wasn't the goddamn man in the tank top who walked through the door this time. It was 2 men in police uniforms, as well as Mr. Wet holding his wallet in my hand. I hid under the table and crashed into a ball. I didn't want him to see me like this. Why? Why did it take you so long? Okay, we finished all of her. We finished all of hers. Okay. We only have 2 of his that we haven't completed all the way. So hand the gun to him, change my position. I'm so irritated. This line. Okay. It's too much. Perhaps they were desperate to just try and stay awake. The 2 guards even started watching porn together on their phone. Lots of noise were coming from outside the warehouse. It sounded like a lot of people in cars. At the same moment, the minute hand had also hit 12. I stood up and ran towards the back of the warehouse. However, I didn't expect the muscular man to suddenly trip and fallen after only a few steps. The legs must have been numb and stiff after being cramped for so long. The sound of us falling over alarmed the guards. They never intended to let us get out of here alive. There was certainly no reason to hold back anymore. Multiple gunshots echoed inside the warehouse, and then I saw holes exploding all over the muscular man's body, right in front of me. Fuck you all, you monsters, bastards, motherfuckers. Go to hell! I turned around and raised my gun. Chaos, a bullet hit my thigh. Suddenly, all the other bullets, still flying in the air, seemed to be moving in slow motion. It was so slow that I could even see the rotation and vapor trails after them. I realized that I had woken up. When I woke up, I was lying in a cheap motel somewhere. I had changed into clean clothes, There was a half-eaten sandwich and a glass of orange juice on a nightstand next to my bed. I opened my left fist. As expected, there was a note with a message that looked like it had been written by a child. These new clothes cost 50,000. I survived, but Choi Johan had gone where he wanted to. Again, I had lost another important person in my life. Again. Okay, that didn't give me a new thing. Just in case our legs were too stiff to run, the muscular man and I quickly shifted around to loosen up our legs. Lots of noises were coming from outside of the warehouse. Sounded like a lot of people in cars. At the same moment, the minute hand had also hit 12. We both stood up and ran towards the back of the warehouse. Those two people were wide awake now. Multiple gunshots echoed inside the warehouse. I was about to get behind a cargo container when I hit a burning pain in my right leg. Damn it, I was hit. Blood was flowing down my leg, onto my shoe and onto the ground. As if it were mocking me, I heard that voice again. The voice that couldn't have been more familiar to me. Idiot! I came out from behind the container. Hiding was pointless to me. Right now, my Glock 43 and I had become a killing machine. After the two guards were sprayed full of holes, I caught the muscular man in my sight. That was what had worried me the most. Stop! But no matter how hard I yelled and screamed, I couldn't hear it. A 9mm bullet went right through his heart. His body crumpled and dropped to the ground. There was nothing I could do but watch him fall. Watch him fall. Every fiber of my being was filled with desperation, guilt, and regret. It was just like 6 years ago. Okay. I'm trying to do something with this one, but it ain't changing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just in case our legs were too stiff to run, the muscular man and I quietly shifted around to loosen up our legs. Lots of noises were coming from outside the warehouse. Okay, I read this already. I was about to get behind a cargo container when I felt a burning pain in my right leg. Damn it, I was hit. Blood was flowing down my leg, onto my shoe and onto the ground. Okay, actually I've read this too. Even without a gun, those two didn't stand a chance against me. After two guards met their gruesome deaths, I caught the muscular man in my sight. That was what worried me the most. The muscular man was holding my Glock 43, but he was hesitating. What are you waiting for? Fire! Haven't I made it abundantly clear to you before? I was screaming in anger in a small dark room, but no one in the real world could hear me. I grabbed his head with both my hands. Stop! My strength, his neck twisted a full 360 degrees, just like the others. Ugh. His body crumbled and dropped to the ground. There was nothing I could do but watch him fall. Watch him fall. Every fiber of my being was filled with desperation, guilt, and regret. It's just like 6 years ago. Wow. Okay. Oh, copy flower. I'm doing well today. Thank you so much. Thank you for the flower bouquet and the red velvet cake. I appreciate it. Okay. Left, right, right, left. Crap! I was gonna throw up. I couldn't hold it anymore. I pulled off the VR gear and tossed it onto the bed. I held my hands to my chest and tried to breathe in some fresh air before I realized there was none in our room. Rocky was right awake. He was sitting over on his side, munching on his chips, which were probably his breakfast. He kept staring at me. Did you know you look like an idiot right now? I walked over and vomited into his back. That is disgusting! Jimmy, that was uncalled for. Come on now. Jimmy, come on now. That was so disrespectful. That's my business. Mind your own. That is so nasty. You were so disgusted. Oh my gosh. It was spilled over. Ew. The bag wasn't big enough for the spicy pot dinner I had last night. It was soon filled with my vomit. The rest of it spilled onto Rocky. He was in so much shock that he didn't even scream. That is so disgusting. Ew. Perhaps they were desperate to try and stay awake. The two guys even started watching porn together on the phone. Just in case our legs were too stiff to run, the muscular man and I shifted around a bit to loosen up our legs. Lots of noises were coming from outside the warehouse. It sounded like a lot of people in cars. At the same moment, the minute had also hit 12. We both stood up and ran towards the back of the warehouse. By the time the two guards had noticed we were gone, we were already taking cover behind the cargo containers. Any time now, just a little longer. The guy with the gun was walking towards the back of the warehouse and the other one was behind him. I need to stall a little bit longer. I couldn't let them come any closer. The muscular man raised his gun I had given him. The first shot hit the shelf near the guards. The second shot hit the ground. After we ran out of bullets, we were captured. That was a mistake. I was counting on him to defend himself with a gun. Should have kept it for myself. That was A for some reason. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. See Jimmy. Just needs to change position. Okay. That's it. After playing 10 songs, I was completely exhausted. I couldn't move my hands anymore. I took off the gear and realized that Rocky had been up. He had been wearing the smart glasses I bought him a while ago and was looking right in my direction. My eyes widened in shock when I noticed the recording light blinking on his glasses. I hurried over to my computer and logged into the streaming website and checked my channel. Oh gosh, everything had been broadcast. Luckily, there were only about 5,000 viewers. Most of the comments were like, so stupid. This guy is so uncoordinated. VR games were not meant to be streamed, alright? I mean, they kinda are. Thank God I had not been playing the other game. I glanced over to my drawer, congratulating myself quietly. I suppose that was a silver lining. Oh my God, Jimmy. Okay, we didn't finish Jimmy yet. Still got one more. Okay. Let's see. Grab the face cream, squeeze the container, rinse the glass. Okay, grab, rinse, held. Rinse, grabbed, held. Held. Rinsed, grabbed. We'll try that. Held, rinsed, grabbed. Okay. sip of water I'd just taken. Must have been sitting there for days. The next thing I knew, I was feeling my stomach rumbling and hurting. I rushed into the bathroom. I was feeling like crap, and I had to suffer through this. I couldn't have felt worse. Jimmy, let me see your homework. Yeah, it's on the computer. Just check for yourself. No guarantee it'll be right. Got it. Jimmy, you're the man. Let me know if I can help you out sometime. Why did I never have any luck? My goddess of fortune. Where on earth are you? That was A. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's try Pak Sangun. We got. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there, almost there. Let's try a piece of rope. Okay, did a rope snap. Raised the bottle. Ropes was wrapped around her neck. Choked her. The rope snap. Rope was wrapped around her. Choked her. Raised the bottle. 5 minutes later. Raised the bottle. Rope snap. 5 minutes later, the rope was wrapped around her neck. Choked her. Around it 5 minutes later. Okay, the time does matter for that. Sure, 5 minutes later, the rope snap. I heard the sound of a rope snapping. I turned around and saw the girl shaking off the rope. Mr. Kwan would kill me if I let her get away. I grabbed her arm, as she was trying to get up from the chair. You can't. Before I could finish, she kicked me in the crotch. I felt a boom in my head. She was so tough, even tougher than my sister. She knocked me out just in a few hits. Then she tied me to the chair like a zongzi. P.S. Zongzi was one of my favorite Chinese desserts. She spent a long time tying me up. When she opened the door, she happened to bump into Mr. Kwan, who had just come back. Mr. Kwan looked over her head and saw a tied up Zongzi. I don't remember the voice I gave him, so I'm gonna give him a random one. Bondage play? You can't even handle a little girl, you useless piece of shit. As a reward, Mr. Kwan gave me a punch to the face. I could see so many Mexican flags flying around my head. Well, po Carlos. Okay. Rope snap 5 minutes later. Have we tried this one? Let me see. Nope. Let's see. Oops. History. Raise the bottle 5 minutes later. What if we try 5 minutes later, raise the bottle? Nope. Oh, I haven't done the rope. Choked. We'll raise the bottle. No. No, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna look at Carlos. What's the name of this one again? Choked till the rope snapped. Okay, I haven't done that one yet. Okay. The girl seemed to be having a seizure. Her entire body was shaking as she kept hitting the wall with her head. Mr. Kwan would kill me if she hurt herself too much. I tried adjusting the rope on her, hoping to pin her head to the back of the chair, but she suddenly started struggling with all her might and the rope snapped. I grabbed her arm as she was trying to get up from the chair. You can't. Before I could finish, she kicked me in the crotch. Okay, so it's the same stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Let's see him. Rope snapped, raised bottle. Let's try rope snapped. Then the rope was wrapped around her. Well, that makes sense. Let's see. Let's just try all of that, and then we'll come back and check those two out. I must stop Dad. I climbed up onto the table, smashed the vodka bottle on his head. Then he suddenly stopped and fell to the ground on his back. Something dark and red was coming out of Dad's head onto the floor. I carefully climbed off the table and ran into her arms, just like I always did. Every time Dad lost his temper, we huddled together like this. This is the only way we can make ourselves feel better. But this time, Mum seems to have fallen asleep. I tried to shake her awake. I tried as hard as I could. I shouted as loud as I could. She could not wake up. I cried. Let's see. What I done you already? Let me see. Ooh, okay, let's see. Mum's face turned red first, and then blue. The rope of my hands was choking her tighter and tighter. I could see old bruises all over Mum's body. I couldn't stand this anymore. I couldn't stand to watch Mum suffer like this anymore. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, but my brain was completely empty. Is he choking his mother out so he could relieve her of her pain? Is that what he's doing right now? I was screaming at the top of my lungs, but my brain was completely empty. I didn't know what I was doing. I just had to scream. I just wanted to scream my heart out. Dad's face changed to a shocked expression. He stumbled back. Then he stepped on the bottle on the floor and fell over backwards. The doorbell rang. I came back to my senses and dropped my hands. Mum was gasping for air. She looked at me with a look I'd never seen before. What had I just done? Why am I here? Who am I? I let out a scream and ran out of the door. I could never come back to this house ever again. That was B though? Goodness gracious. How was that B? How was that B? Okay, I'm gonna look up the last one. What's his name again? His name is Park, right? Yes. Ray's bottle choked her 5 minutes later. Okay. Ray's bottle choked her 5 minutes later. Mum's face turned red first, and then blue. The rope in my hands was choking her tighter and tighter. I could see old bruises all over Mum's body. I couldn't stand this anymore. I couldn't stand to watch Mum suffer like this anymore. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, but my brain was completely empty. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to scream my heart out. Dad's face changed to a shocked expression. He stumbled back. He stepped onto the bottle on the floor and fell over backwards. Finally, Mum stopped struggling. She fell into my arms with a smile on her face. She was so still. I dropped my hands, helped Mum close her eyes and wipe tears off of her face. Mum, I'm so happy. I heard the door open behind me. I turned around. Dad had run out. I didn't know where he was going. Ugh. Terrible. Okay, I think that's it for today. We've cleared a lot of these already today. We still have Carlos, Alicia, Spotty, Chung Yeon-min, and Baekya to get through. Should we just do him right now? No, I feel like doing that right now. We'll do it at a later date. We'll do it at a later date. But when we come back next Monday, I think I'm going to go back to do the new ones that we haven't done yet, like these. And if we get stuck again, we'll just go back to grinding some we haven't done already. So yeah, on Wednesday we will be back to play Nameless, right? Not Nameless, Psychedelic the Black Butterfly. And then on Friday we'll be here to continue with Danganronpa Mauve. And then on Sunday we'll be back to play Casebook of Honor. And I still haven't figured out who the murderer is for that game right now. But yeah, this was fun going back to review the old stories and seeing the new endings that we hadn't done already. So yeah, thank y'all very kindly for coming. Much obliged. And I hope to see y'all on Wednesday. Y'all come back now, you heard me.